What's one interesting fact that you want to share
Probably
about
that I
yourself?
don't have any interesting facts. I'll just say that I married my high school sweetheart, and it's been 45 years.
Excellent. What's an interesting fact about you?
An interesting fact about me is that I spent my whole childhood performing, and speaking in front of people is not something I'm super comfortable with, even though I've had all those years of performance experience.
What's it been like working together?
First of all, it's been great. Charlie is a great coworker, and we are so thankful to Pam Downing for setting us up with such great instructions and leadership in the finance area that we feel like we can handle it, and it wasn't too overwhelming when we first started, and now we're in the swing of things and doing great.
How about you, Charlie? What's it been like working together?
Well, I found out I have a work wife.
How's that going?
It's going well. We complete each other's sentences. But no, I think it underscores the need for this, in this position, to have two heads doing things. It just really works better with both of us working together.
Let me ask you this then. What's something unexpected that you both learned about Messiah's financial stewardship since you started this joint work on the finances?
We've discovered that the building is showing its age, and with that age comes the responsibility of fixing things, and in fixing things, we've discovered how expensive fixing things can really actually be.
It's an amazingly large building. Charlie, what about you? What's something unexpected about this place that you've discovered?
I think the generosity of the people helping us maintain this building, the people that step up and do extra work or help around here, that they just come in and, oh, this needs to be done, and they're willing to help. And that's a pretty amazing thing that I didn't realize.
Tia, what about you? You do work on the operations side. What's the most challenging aspect of your work on operations?
I think the most challenging part is not being a mind reader, because people just think, oh, something's missing or something's not working, and oh, Tia will know about that and she'll fix it. But I can't really be a mind reader, and so if you see something that's broken or not working or missing or short of, letting me know is always best, and I appreciate everyone's extra eyes on all the buildings.
I agree with you, because there's been many times on Sunday morning people say, oh, Tia must know about that. And I'm thinking, maybe she doesn't. Why don't you tell her?
Yes.
Charlie, what about you and Messiah's building? What is challenging about having a building this size?
Just having a building this size is challenging to begin with. But much of what Tia just spoke about is the fact that things can be broken or not working well or missing, and people just assume that we know about it, and we don't always know about it. And then it becomes a faster, or just getting it fixed becomes more time condensed.
You guys have done a lot over the last year in terms of projects around Messiah, both in and around the building. Tell everyone, what are some of the projects that we've done as a congregation that you've helped coordinate?
Go ahead.
You got the list? You got a list?
You start. I'll fill in spaces.
Here's the list, everyone.
Well, I mean, much of the building we've done upgrades on is what I'll say. Everything, the carpet in the galley hall, the chairs that we're sitting on here. We put new chairs in the chapel, kitchen, couple of them, the double oven and warmer, lighting in parking lots, resurfaced the parking lots, the cleaning service, which is a big deal. That's we took quite a while, but we were able to get a new cleaning service in, and I'm sure there's more than that.
There are new signs in the entry, in the gathering space entrance that are beautiful. We've changed and fixed a lot of the toilets, which who knew at like 15 years, toilets need to be repaired and fixed, so that's it. We found out that we could try to fix freezers on our own And then we decided that maybe we should just fix the freezer. So the freezer has been repaired. That involved Charlie and a hairdryer on top of the walk-in freezer, like 3 separate times. It was quite funny.
And that's not even the funniest thing that happened.
No, not really. I think that's it.
Well, that leads me to the next question. What is one or two, or for each of you, what's the funniest thing that has happened to you in your work this past year?
This happened just this week. We had a notice from the city of Auburn that we had water running, and we had a sprinkler issue last week, and we thought maybe it was the sprinklers. No, wasn't the sprinklers, so we walked around the building, inside, outside, looking for puddles of water. We didn't find any. We finally found a toilet that was running, so we fixed that problem. But in walking down the hallway to the bathroom, we noticed that there's water in the ceiling. And so Charlie and I on Monday cut a hole in the hallway ceiling because there was water and we didn't want it to drip everywhere. So if you walk down by the classrooms, you'll see a giant piece of poster board covering a hole.
Charlie?
Well, there's a lot of things we laugh about, but probably one of the ones that keeps coming back is we were in the kitchen pantry. And there was an odd odor. And as we dug down, we found a box of...
It was not just like a
It
little
wasn't
box.
a small
It
box.
was like
It
this
was a
small.
big box of
It's huge.
melted potatoes,
Yes, melted is a good word.
which stank horribly once we got there. And the cleanup of that was like Laurel and Hardy-ish.
Let me ask one of the final questions. What's the best way for Messiah members, friends of Messiah, to get involved in the stewardship of our operations and our building?
I think if you see something that you're good at and you know it needs to be fixed, just let us know, and we're more than happy to take volunteers for little projects like that. We've had people paint the sign over by the office. We've had people repair lights and new light fixtures replaced. We had a couple of youths fix the graffiti on the back wall. I can think of a couple projects that we need done before winter gets here. So if you feel the need that your gift is in building maintenance, let us know, because we probably have a project for you.
I think what I'll point out, and since this is stewardship, I get to say it, how we maintain this budget really breaks down to how much money we have to maintain this budget or this building. And as you're thinking about what your stewardship is going to be, just remember that this facility, there's a lot in this facility. And we're trying hard. We've looked at everything from solar panels to replacing all the lights with LED. And none of that is cheap. And so why we truly appreciate everything that people have given. And many of you have stepped up and volunteered extra funds for projects like carpet cleaning and things like that. And we truly appreciate that. But please, as you're thinking about your stewardship goals, remember that this is a big facility, and having a budget that's adequate would be wonderful.
Well, that sounds awesome. It does take a lot of funds to continue to operate and upgrade and fix and mend this place. Well, I want to thank you both for the work that you do. Charlie, I want to point out, is an absolute volunteer on our staff and generously donates of his time as well as expertise to what we are doing here at Messiah. So I want to thank Charlie for that. Tia, I think, has been on staff not quite as long as Lynn. But
Not quite as long, but 10 years. I checked this morning.
10 years Tia has been part of Messiah staff and pretty much wears every hat you could ever imagine around here. So I want to thank Tia for sharing her gifts and talents. Both Tia and Charlie are amazing stewards of this place and how we operate, and to be able to be a building and an operation that benefits not just Messiah, but also our neighbors around us in the community of Auburn. So thank you to both of you, and I'm glad that you decided to suffer through this.